Hello everyone, today in Sangee's Cookery, we're going to see how to prepare the Karnataka famous Gojju Avalakki. Gojju Avalakki is a popular Karnataka breakfast recipe which is usually prepared by powdering the beaten rice or the poha. This is usually prepared in temples, so that is why it is called as the Prasada Gojju Avalakki as well. And this can be prepared on the days of any functions. Basically, this recipe does not require any onion or garlic. So the name Gojju Avalakki is come like this. So Gojju means the thickened tamarind pulp along with some spices, and Avalakki in Kannada is nothing but the beaten rice in English or the poha. The Gojju Avalakki has got a taste of sweetness, tanginess and sourness, and that is why this particular recipe is liked by all age groups. This is a very easy and a tasty recipe. So before we go into the procedure as to how to prepare this Gojju Avalakki recipe, if you are watching my video for the first time, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon for further interesting recipes and notifications. I have taken 1 cup of the Avalakki, which is called in Kannada, or the flattened rice, but this is the thick poha, not the thin one. A lemon sized tamarind soaked in hot water, few curry leaves, some coriander leaves, 3 tablespoons of ground nuts, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 2 red chilies, 2 green chilies finely chopped, hing or the asafoetida around half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of urad dal, 1 teaspoon of chana dal. For the masala powders, 1 teaspoon of the puliyodre masala powder, 1 teaspoon of the rasam powder, half a teaspoon of the Kashmiri red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, salt as per taste, 1 tablespoon of jaggery. Gingery oil required for seasoning. If you don't have the gingery oil, you can use any cooking oil. Dry coconut or the copra around 3 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon of the black till seeds. So first I am going to dry fry the till as well as the dry copra. Dry fry this at least for a few minutes. By dry roasting it, you get a good flavor. So it's been about a minute, it's getting roasted. Now I'm going to allow this to cool and I'm going to powder it. After dry roasting the black till and the dry copra, I'm going to dry grind the poha without adding any water. We're going to use the whipper mode and we are going to whip it for about 2 to 3 times. Like you have to switch it on and off at least 2 to 3 times and make it into a rava kind of consistency. So just a small tip, just make sure before grinding the poha, the mixie jar is completely dry. So if you see now, it has been coarsely ground into a rava kind of consistency. It's not finely powdered. At the same time, you cannot see the flakes of the poha. So this is the right consistency. So I am also going to wash this poha so that there is no dust or any sediments in the poha. So we are going to add some water in the poha and I am going to wash it. So if you see, there's a lot of sediments on the surface of the water. When I added water to the powdered poha, I am just going to filter it. So if you see that I've completely drained out the water. You can also ensure that there is no water just by pressing with the spoon. It's completely dry. Now we're just going to leave this aside. So now I'm going to take an extract of the tamarind. As I told you, I've soaked about 1 lemon size tamarind in hot water. So what I've done is I've taken the extract of the tamarind pulp. So to this I'm going to add the puliyodre powder, the rasam powder, the jaggery. I'm also adding the hing or the asafoetida powder and also a little bit of salt. So we're going to cook the tamarind pulp along with all the spices for a few minutes until it becomes slightly thick so that the flavor of the Gojju Avalakki gets enhanced. Now you can see that the tamarind pulp is actually nicely boiled and the raw smell of the tamarind is also gone and I'm getting a very good flavor. So we'll be adding this tamarind pulp in the soaked Avalakki. Now we have mixed up the tamarind pulp in the powdered poha. So we're going to keep everything aside. We're going to go to the seasoning, the final part. 3 to 4 tablespoons of the gingery oil. First I'm going to add the raw ground nuts. Let's fry this for a few minutes. So you can see that the groundnuts are getting roasted in oil. Once it's almost getting fried, I'm adding the chana dal and the urad dal, slit red chilies. I'm also adding the mustard seeds, the asafoetida or the hing, adding the green chilies. I'm also adding a little bit of turmeric powder. I'm also adding the ground dry copra and the black dill. Last but not the least, we're going to add the poha, which has been soaked in the tamarind along with some spices. Also adding the curry leaves. This I should have added at the time of seasoning itself. Since I forgot, I'm just adding it right now. And carefully mix up the Gujju Avalakki. Just make sure that the flame is in low, and then you need to cook this at least for about 5 minutes. We're getting a very good flavor. It's got a unique flavor and smells really yum. So finally I'm adding the finely chopped coriander leaves. So it's been about 5 minutes and all the ingredients have mixed up nicely. Now at this stage I'm just going to switch off the flame. Now the Gujju Avalakki is completely prepared. The texture of the Gujju Avalakki is such that it has to be very soft. If you see, it's very soft. At the same time, it should not stick to each other. If you see, it's not sticking to each other. So this means it has been cooked in the proper texture and consistency. So this is a small tip which I want to let you know. So with a very tasty and yummy, the Karnataka style Gujju Avalakki is ready. This is usually prepared during the prasadam time. We can prepare this. Since it has got no onions or garlic, this can be had during the Upvas time or during any festival time. So I hope you'll all try out this recipe, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and relatives. Have a great day.